Hello, my friends. We are talking about soft power. We are closing in on retreat, meaning that people space out. People might lose a little bit focus. It is because retreat awakens within us soft power. It kind of brings in the energy within us, the spiritual energy within us, which is soft power. We have hard power, which is kind of more the masculine, which is more ego, which is more force. And soft power, which is more the feminine, which is softer, which comes from spirit, from wisdom. So a retreat or life itself has the soft wisdom to it, guiding everything, bringing clarity to life, bringing clarity to everything. It comes from truth. Truth is that which is allowed to see why things happens as it should, how life is leading you, how life is leading itself, how you are being guided. Soft power is more needed for the feminine, for women, because it's easier sometimes to see that physicality, the man can be I am man, I am strong, I claim power, I do. And sometimes the woman can feel like, oh, I am not as strong, so for me to be able to do or get my way, I have to kind of be a little more silent. So it is a little more silent power. And sometimes it can feel a little sneaky, because maybe it works in the shadows, a little bit behind, it's not so noticeable. And then suddenly something appears and, oh. So wisdom is a little sneaky, it's a little silent. And hard power is kind of like fire in kind of a stove. It creates smoke, it creates heat. And yet, the heat still burns, the fire still burns the stove inside. You're still going to start to see the wear and tear of the body, the wear and tear of the chimney. It's going to get dark, it's going to get rusty, it's going to start melting, it's going to get crackles, it decays faster. The soft power is more like water, which is more like that there's water underneath the surface of the ocean. And then gas comes in. It's like spirit. It comes in from below in the ground, and then it can burn and bring heat. But so then the heat kind of it brings heat, but it's more protected. The water protects the surroundings, so it's not too hard. It's not too harsh. It remains alive more. So it keeps life alive more. So the force is a heavy energy. It's a forceful energy, the hard energy, which is more like fighting and war and doing and thinking. So when we're thinking about life, we can think about energy. And when the sun, they found that sun or energy can be particles. Particles is like the chakras, it's like the hard energy, pointy. It's like a punch. And yet they found that the same thing can happen, that energy can be a wave, like water, like softer. So energy can come either as a particle or as a wave. And a wave, so when we kind of think about, like, when people talk about chakras, they talk about heart or the mind. That is all actually like thinking. Is like you can think I do, or I feel, or I am. We have been kind of trained when there's kind of from drama, from like survival, we're like, oh, I have to become somebody because I need friends. I have to create my life because I need to make money. I have to, many things we have to do, but it's out of desperation, it's out of survival, fight and flight. That creates a body that is constantly like burning energy, and you're kind of constantly stressed. So when you allow your mind to be constantly stressed, you're constantly identified with your mind, with your identity, with life in a hard survival way. So we see that out. People are constantly, that people can be in a survival mode to make money, to make friends, to reach enlightenment. The soft energy, the soft power, is one that comes in with wisdom. So the mind, for that matter, mind or truth even, which is the highest, the noblest of noble, can come in. They can be like, these are the rules. It's the masculine's hard. The other side, what goes beyond that, is the feminine, which just comes in as wisdom. That everything comes in as wisdom. Everything comes in with flow. So when we create an ego, we create, I am a woman, I have emotions. We're being told, it's kind of very a therapy, or very like father energy. Do this. It's like a God telling you, this is how you do. This is how, it's like a doctor. This is how you become pregnant. This is how health is. This is how your emotions is. It is a hard energy, hard power. But then the more freedom, the more that we are clinging on to this kind of idea of survival, it kind of exhausts us, because we are using the energy within ourselves in a strong, hard way, which is literally we're burning. And when we burn, it comes out smoke. And we burn, it kind of tears and wear and tear of the chimney. Well, when we come from a soft power, it becomes like the water who just, it heated up, but it's gentle. So it keeps the body more alive, and it comes more nurturing to you. So whatever you do, when you comes from wisdom, we allow it. So there's a flow, a wave, a flow. So when talk about the ease of life, it's a flow. And when we feel, we allow feelings. When we love, we don't, I love you. Well, do they love you back? Do you receive love? You have to allow it to flow. It's give and take. It's like back and forth. if you receive something, do you try to get it for free, or do you want to give something back? It's like a donation. You want to give something. Energy, for to truly receive, you have to receive, to give, because you want balance, you want wisdom, you want maturity. So there's a, if you want to, I want to create all my life, do we just force it, or do we allow it? Allowing, wisdom takes patience. It's like energy of allowing things to happen. So there is a difference in how we kind of engage with life, from awakening to the hard power to awakening to the soft power. So soft power requires that we allow that there is wisdom in the world. But wisdom, we can't really see it always because we are so ingrained in survival. We're so ingrained into all the different so-called truths and rules and knowledge that is out there that we forget what is within. So it is the receiving aspect of life. That is what soft power comes in, and that is where this journey is. It's kind of a little bit when we awaken to just, this is school, this is how you get good grades, this is how, if you fail anything, it's wrong. There's a right and wrong. It's very Old Testament. Everything is right or wrong. Well, wisdom is that you can harness and you can grow from both the right and the wrong, from succeeding and failing. That is where we are moving into grace, where we can receive both the right and the wrong, the good and the bad. And we can see that we also need to allow ourselves to fail. We need to allow all these things, because that is an energy too. It just needs to, we need to meet that with wisdom. We need to be able to see who lies and who's honest. We can see that all wars are bad, but there's truth to why are things happening too. There is a flow of life. There's stuff that needs to be seen so that we can harness the wisdom, so that we can grow from the old survival mode to the wisdom of living, the wisdom of enjoying our life. So that's where we are coming in. That is where society now, we see that people more and more don't want to just survive school, survive life, survive family, survive living, just accept all the rules. We want to kind of, there is a difference here. There is a wisdom coming in, and that we dare to have to be more of an independent person. We have to dare to receive the wisdom of truth, not truth from here are the 10 commandments, here are the rules for how to live, but the wisdom of that goes beyond that. So that is where to kind of connect with that, which is spirit, that part of yourself, that energy that kind of allows and heals the body, and allow the body to kind of not having to get pulled down into sickness, not having to be pulled down into survival, to allow the body to operate in a different way. That is the feminine energy, that is the spiritual energy, that is the soft power. So when we just want to be fixed, when we just want to fix, when we get pulled into stress, when we get pulled into survival, into like we have squeeze in another customer, we squeeze in, we want it, we spend too much money, we do too many things because we are in constant survival mode. But when we kind of, this Wisdom Wednesday is kind of like, yeah, we're starting this new wave of energy towards the retreat in a couple of weeks, the 1st to the 3rd, online and in Chicago and at Tuvik. But there is an energy coming in, a choice to kind of cleanse that, just like a Wisdom Wednesday is, when you come in as a new person, it is a choice, an opening to cleanse. And then sometimes in that moment, we can suddenly feel thoughts, emotions, sadness, stress, last minute, feeling poor, feeling stress, feeling squeezing everything in, like everything becomes kind of hazy. But then when we realize that that energy is coming in to kind of challenge us, so that we can grow, so that we can clean out these old parts of ourselves, clean out the energy of the old, clean out that which has been of survival. And then we can step into we can start harness our energy in a different way, from the soft energies, from the soft power, where it is kind, where it is soft, where it is nurturing to the body, which is nurturing to your own emotions, nurturing to your thoughts. It is that of getting clarity, and that kind of comes from truth. Say all that stuff in 10 seconds. So let's and sometimes you're like, well, I didn't really get anything what you said, because when we have a retreat or a Wisdom Wednesday, it comes in as a choice to kind of just receive the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of your energy, of your soul, of your spirit. It is just to be received. We're all tuning into each other, and we're opening up this space together where you can just settle into and surrender to. So you might not really have any thoughts right now. You might just be receiving. And that's why the second part is just allowing it to kind of come into the body more, and just allowing yourself to close your eyes, just lean back if you're on the floor or in your bed or in the couch. Just lean back and just shake your shoulders down, lean back and drop your shoulders, drop your elbows, drop your hands. Just let them get heavy. And then you drop down, shake your hips a little bit, lift up your hips a little bit, drop it down a little bit. And then it's coming this weight on your shoulders. And it's like a wave of energy coming in, a breath of energy. Yeah, and open up your chest a little bit more. Roll back your shoulders and open up your hips a little bit more. Open up your legs a little bit more. Drop your feet down. Stretch them out. Stretch your ankles out. Yeah, and let the energy down even more into the ground. All the way down into your feet, into your ankles, into the floor, down into the floor. And then we're kind of dropping it down into the unconscious, into the dark. It is kind of the choice to allow yourself to receive, to kind of awaken the darkness that is been clogging your mind, been clogging your emotions, been clogging your life. When we're kind of releasing, when we're coming into, we might suddenly make mistakes. We might suddenly experience different like flaws within ourselves. We might do stuff, we get into accidents that we didn't expect. We might suddenly get delayed, or we suddenly experience ourselves to get a little sick or different stuff because we're cleansing energy. So then we might lose our focus a little bit. We might lose that train of thought. So that is part of the journey, that we suddenly are a little bit unfocused. But now it is kind of time to cleanse that out and let it kind of bring yourself back into focus. It is a choice to let it go. You don't want to blame or fight, because this is soft power. This is not. That's why the hard power doesn't really heal. We remain hurt. We remain emotional. We remain in our thoughts, because healing kind of comes, and cleansing and forgiveness comes from grace. It comes from wisdom. It comes from gentleness, kindness, the soft power. It comes from the feminine. So we kind of need to allow both sides for life to truly be renewed, which is what we are kind of allowing our body to come in, so that we can engage and kind of dance life. To dance life, we have to dare to love life, but we also have to dare to love life to love us. That's the wisdom. We can't just do life. We have to allow life to do us. Discover and be discovered. Yeah, and then the energy comes up through your feet, up into your legs, into your groin, into between your legs, up into your chest, up into your jaw, in a yawn. Up into your head. Good. And then the sun comes in again. The shine comes in again when you get into focus, the energy of focus, clarity, not into just remaining in the dark. That is a choice to allow the flow to clear and out. Good. You can open your eyes, shake your arms and legs wherever you are. If you're new here or if you're old, there's a naturalness to a donation of giving and taking, to receive and to kind of be received into the space. Or if you're online, you might text me on the side. You might experience something at night. This tonight you might dream. You might want to let me know how you dreamt, how you slept, or what you dreamt, or thoughts that might come up, questions afterwards. So that's part of the communication. Sometimes afterwards, you might be like, "Oh, I want to say this or what that." And some of you are already kind of planning to come on the retreat. So if that happens, it's still another a week and a half. So we have next Wednesday to kind of prepare and see if, what's going on. And if you're wondering about it, let me know. If you're online or at Hervik or in Chicago or California, wherever you are. And yeah, it has been a beautiful day. We're kind of getting into Thanksgiving energy. So it's kind of that Christmas energy here. It's the day before. So we're starting to get the lights. We're starting to get we're getting the flowers here and stuff. So we are getting situated. So it is a fun day, time to be alive, and thank you everybody who dares to kind of show up and continue to dare to go deeper into those aspects of yourself that might be hidden and awakening into. So it is a glorious time to be alive, guys, and thank you, and I will see you guys next time.